November 1995 is a time won't none of us ever forget. That's when John Doe was hit by a straight bullet.
Only God can judge me. Took a 45 headshot, man. I was lucky. My mother's heart was heavy. I was wheelchair bound.
November 1995. That's the day Doe got hit, man. He got struck by a fatal bullet. A bullet that wasn't even intended for him. But I'm gonna give y'all my side of the story and what I remember.
95, we all was shorties, you know. We couldn't have been no more than 11, 12 years old, you know. And the night this happened when John Doe got shot, you know, like it happened at night.
I could remember like having an eerie feeling that night, you know what I'm saying? For some odd reason, I didn't know what it was.
Altercation had happened from some niggas in the hood and shit, and it kind of carried over until, you know, from the event, which was a basketball game. It was the midnight basketball game, and it just had carried over into like, you know, the basketball game. You know, niggas handle shit how they handle it. So anyways, I was in my window that night, and I was hollering at Capney, because he stayed across the front from me. And if you're from Allgill, you know how our houses look. We got row houses, so I was staying on this row, and Capney was staying on this row. So if you get these two parallel lines, we'd never meet, but we could still talk to each other. So that's how we was communicating that night throughout the window. And like this was our two row houses, and Doe he stayed on this row house. Like this was a row house, so it was like this, and that was a row house too. But anyways, you know what I'm saying, me and Jarrell was talking to them, and I just heard like about 14, 15 shots, like the motherfucker had let off a clip or whatever. And you know, I took cover like any human being to do when they hit shots in the hood. Shit, you know, once we came up, I just heard I heard a scream. I heard Doe's sister scream, and I was like, damn, you know, that can't be good, because it was like one of them screams you'll never forget, like one of them, you facing death, like when you're in a car accident and you just like, death coming at you. So, you know what I'm saying, I put on, whatever I had on, I think I put on something, I just ran down there. And I seen Doe laying in the blood. That's before the ambulance, before anybody got, I think his sister or his mama was like the people to send before I got down. That's how fast I was down there. But you know what I'm saying, he was laying in the blood. You see somebody laying in the blood, you like, man, ain't no way he gonna make it through that. Especially how the ambulance be coming in our hood, they be coming like super late.
The night this happened, I was asleep, so when my mother, she didn't want to wake me up and let me know that my friend got shot, so she waited till the next morning when I got up and get ready for school. And so my mama let me know, like, you know, your friend John got shot. You know, I'm waking up, just waking up, I'm thinking I'm dreaming, like, nah, that ain't possible, you know, like, so I hurry up, get dressed, you know, throw my clothes on, run down there to his house. You know, I'm asking his mom, like, what happened, you know, like, she say, he got shot in the head, a bullet came through the window, hit him in the head. So I'm asking her, like, what the doctor saying? She say she talked to the doctors and they saying he wasn't gonna make it. So, you know, it's just, as being a shorty, you know, I was kind of stung, like, I ain't really know how to take that in, you know, because, you know, this is my best friend, he got shot in the head. So after that, you know, I kind of like threw my book bag on, walked to school from there, you know, I get ready to go to school, we in school.
And saying I get to school or whatever, I'm in class. You know what I'm saying? Everybody kind of looking sad. I'm noticing, I'm seeing people kind of like, you know what I'm saying, kind of like down for the day. So I'm chilling or whatnot. I ain't pay attention to it, and I noticed it, but didn't really inquire on it. You know, then I head over the intercom. You know, they announced it. You know what I'm saying? That he was shot that night.
In the hospital, you know what I'm saying? He was just he was brain dead. He couldn't talk or nothing. So I think at the time, man, we was under the age shit. So doctors like, man, y'all can't see him. Y'all ain't old enough. So, you know, we wasn't going, you know what I'm saying? We used to sneak in the hospital to go see the nigga or whatever. So a couple of times, we snuck in the hospital to see him, you know what I'm saying? He was incoherent, like you could say his name. He wouldn't hear because he was like brain dead. But
weeks go by, you know, we finally get a chance to go in the hospital, you know, we tried to go in there. We weren't old enough, but we still found a way to go see our friend, you know. They weren't gonna stop that, so we did that, and he was like going through therapy, and you know, it was just a long situation transition he came from. He went from being in a wheelchair to the doctor say he won't never ever walk again.
Once he came out of that, he went to physical therapy. You know, he did the wheelchair for a minute. And shit, he didn't want to be in that wheelchair once he was around us. So he started walking. Like, he jumped out the wheelchair. He had started walking. You know what I'm saying? He was getting his strength back. And he was paralyzed one side. So he wasn't like us no more. You know what I'm saying? He only had one side. And shit, whatever was going on through his mind, he was just like, I gotta do shit. So he just had bounced back, like, you know what I'm saying? He was balling with one hand, playing football, like, no taking it easy, like, hit me like you would hit me if I had two hands. So he was a tough nail.
And he came home or whatnot. Shit, from there, man, we just kind of, you know what I'm saying, was determined, like, you know, he was determined. He came home and he, you know what I'm saying, he was trying to, you know, stay hanging. He's so competitive and so motivated, man. He didn't want us running around him in a wheelchair. So yeah, he hopped out, you know what I'm saying, did the unthinkable, you know what I'm saying, got to walking, you know what I'm saying. From that point on, man, me and him, you know what I'm saying, decided that, man, we're gonna live a fun life. So from that point on, I just pushed him. We just pushed him every day. Like, I pushed him to do something, man. You know, it went from limping to walking to running to playing ball again to playing football again to it just, you know what I'm saying, and it never stopped, and it just kept escalating from that point on.
He was always a strong man. He still is a strong man. You know, he fight through whatever situation he going through. You know, and it was a hard situation just being kids to face. You know, even harder for him. You know, but for us as friends, you know, it was a hard situation for us to experience. You know, but he's still here with us today. You know, and I'm hopeful that we won't have to go through no more situations like this, though. You know,
you really wanna, you know what I'm saying, take that type of story and look into it and use that as motivation, man. The message in the whole bottle is this, man. Regardless of what bump you hit in life, man, regardless of what bump in the road, man, you can always bounce back, man. Your car may be a little damaged after the accident, you know what I'm saying, but still in all, you still can travel down this road and get to your destination, man. So, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the homeboy Dope, man.
Yeah, what's good, Ru? I appreciate this, man. But yeah, what I remember from the story, I just remember, like, I'm gonna get right to the chase. It was like November 22nd, 1995. I had to be 12 years old, for those doing the math. But anyway, I remember coming in the house, and I was trying to get something to eat. I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, cook me something to eat or whatever. And she was like, no, I'm tired right now. Just give me a minute. You know, that was me being impatient. I'm like, no, I'm going to cook myself. So I went downstairs, you know, climbed up to the cupboards, you know, to get me something to eat. You know, I found some crackers. I just remember getting some crackers. Then I remember waking up in the hospital like, wow, you know, my mom, she was like, I remember waking up, and then I asked my mom, like, why I'm here, what's going on, man? And she like, you just got shot. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, where? She like, you got shot in the head. Now, I was thinking, like, you gotta be lying because I'm alive, and I don't feel no pain, so how could I possibly got shot in my head? I'm not hurt, no headache, nothing. And it took her, like, when she told me that, I never believed that. It took me like 2 weeks to come to reality that I even got shot. I just remember she told me, like, she was upstairs sleeping, and she heard, like, a lot of shots coming through the window. Like, I guess a lot of shots came through my window, like, and when I came home from the hospital, after a while, the bullet holes were still in the wall, so it was a lot of shots or whatever. And she just told me it was gallons of blood everywhere, just everywhere, people going crazy. She was, you know, it's a funny part of the story. My mom, she was actually, you know, she sleep in the news, so she was actually, we didn't have a phone at the house, so when it happened, she ran outside naked to make a call, you know what I'm saying? But I thank her for that, because that probably, that type of urgency saved my life, you know, so it was a crazy situation. You know, I get the story from, like, different people. They take on it. You know, it was a difficult situation. You know, getting shot in the head. I lost my whole left side, like, completely. You know, that was the worst thing, finding out, you know, talking to the doctor. He was like, yeah, it's time to see if you could walk. And I'm like, see if I could walk? I know I could walk. And I just remember trying to stand up and just falling completely almost to the floor before the doctor caught me. So once I figured I couldn't walk, I couldn't use my other hand, I was like, yeah, I must have, like, I really did get shot in the head, because, you know, it paralyzed me, you know what I'm saying? It left me, you know, left me in a wheelchair. It left me couldn't see out of one eye. It left me just really, like, in a bad situation. But I bounced back from that, and I thank God, you know. All praises to him, you know. I appreciate that, and, you know, I'm here right now.
So, what's the story you heard on the strength of you getting shot? What's the story like from the hood and everything you heard?
Oh, from the hood, man. I know I can remember it was a basketball game going on. We used to always go to these little midnight tournament games or whatever, and I heard, you know, I wouldn't say no names because we hood niggas, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at that nigga or whatever. But, you know, somebody was running past my window getting, this the story I was told the most times. Somebody running past the window getting shot at. The person they was shooting at, they missed that person. All the bullets came through my window. You know what I'm saying? One bullet hit me, you know what I'm saying? That was almost a death blow. You know what I'm saying? Another story I heard was some other shit. Somebody got the house confused and they just ran and sprayed the house up. So it was a lot of different stories, a lot of different situations. I really could care less about any other stories. I'm just happy I'm here, so, you know, I'm just taking it all in stride, man. You know, I live my life happily. I can walk again, you know. I do it for my crew. I'm good.
So you could kind of use this for motivation in a way, though, huh?
I mean, I'm going to tell you this. Everybody who love my music, you better thank God I got shot in the head, because I'd be in the NFL right now. You wouldn't be able to listen to the beautiful lyrics that you love, so, of course, yeah, it's motivation. Like, you know, the things I've been through, the hardships I've been through, when people complain over little stuff like, oh, I don't like onions on my burger or little bitty stuff. Me living through this situation, I always tell people, like, you got it easy, man. Stop complaining like you got big worries. It's people that's way worse than you. And when I was in the hospital, I seen people that was in way worse condition than me. So I appreciate that. I learned that, you know what I'm saying? I use that motivation to drive me through life and keep me going, you know? And that's how I live. Most ironic thing out the situation is I'm the brains of the body. And the crew, we are the body. I'm the brains. I got shot in the brains.